makes my face go numb. I got your congregation all passing round the bomb. My way, oh, nothing at all. My way, oh, I got white. I got white. I got white.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rochester Organization of Artists and Musicians podcast. I'm Nathan James,
Hey, they call me Baha. And with us,
and he is not a dog.
that could be up for debate. Of course, I like cats a little more for that. I usually lay around and whine a little bit. More importantly, you guys don't listen to this to hear us, but today we are sitting with Nick and Joe from A Vintage Year.
What's up, guys?
What's
What's
up,
up,
dudes?
man?
We were just listening to a few tunes. I'm sure in post we'll add some more tunes on that, but
We don't do anything in post.
we don't do anything in post. You'll just notice 10-minute gaps right before I get into some sort of rant that I can't put on the internet. I want to know what is on the cutting room floor of some of these shows. Like how bad has it gotten? Dude.
How bad has it gotten?
Well, I mean, have we had to cut out some really heavy shit before?
Dude, I barely cut stuff out.
Oh God, I'm sorry for the people that listen to this.
Good.
I cut out dead air, random ramblings, but I leave all the good stuff. So
Oh,
anything
man.
you say, for the most part, goes on there.
Well, so yes, we were just listening to a Vintage Year, and for those of you that haven't heard it, I want to say the Vintage Year that we're talking about is right in between 99 and 2002, when pop punk got its edge and rock and roll got a little slower and heavier. Is that a fair?
I mean, that's a safe assumption, I guess. Only thing I would say is maybe it's a little fresher.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's the one thing I really like about this EP is it's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of pop punk stuff. It's got a little bit of the hard rock stuff, like Chevelle Taproot kind of sound stuff, mixed in with like I don't even know. It's good. It's refreshing.
Well, that's cool, man. And we hear a lot of comparings to us and other people, and it ranges from early 90s to now. The people they're talking about, and I think any kind of compliment is good when you say we sound like these professionals, and it's like cool, man.
Yeah,
On the right track there.
totally. How did you guys get your start? Because you are a new band, right?
Yeah. We just got together here in last fall, and we were actually all in the same rehearsal building in different rooms. Just I didn't know any of the guys yet. Nick was right next door to me, listening to me do acoustic stuff every day, and
Because I had a band that was playing in the room next to him, so I got to hear him because we were both up at the same space like 4 or 5 times a week around the same time. So it's amazing we actually didn't like hang out sooner.
Is that malformed?
no, Malformed is our guitar player Jordan.
okay.
He was
Howard
right
fan.
down the hall. Yeah.
And what rehearsal space was that in particular?
This is
Cosmic
Cosmic Jams.
Jams.
All right.
Oh, nice. I'm seeing Vince tomorrow recording some songs.
Oh, cool,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, Vince
Vince
is a
is a
good
cool
guy.
guy. He lets us, do our thing up there.
Yeah, Vince is great.
Well, it's, when you're in a rehearsal space, your neighbors and whatnot, it's sort of like this really awkward apartment where you only see each other when, well, I used to practice as Ecotone, and we weren't allowed to drink there. But yeah, you'd see your neighbors, and oh yeah, you're the band who I hear practicing, and I have to turn up louder than you so that we can practice. And you always wonder who that really dope guitarist down the hall is, or who's playing the funk riff, but you never really get to knock on somebody's door and ask for a cup of sugar.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of that situation. And then Dave, our bass player, was across the hall in another room. So all four of us were one hallway apart until we decided to move into my room. And now
Nice.
Vintage Year is pumping out songs at this point.
So you have just an EP, right?
Yeah, we have released our self-titled EP this year, and it's 5 songs. And we have a bunch more written, and we're gonna write out this first one, and we'll probably release our second one towards the end of the year here.
Okay. Nice. What inspires you? I love this question.
A lot of different types of music, making really good hard rock. It seems like there's kind of lacking a hard rock scene in Rochester. I mean, there's a lot of grunge and punk, but and a lot of
And
death metal.
subvert.
Yeah. So we're kind of trying to bring hard rock into the area and beyond.
And for as classic of a genre that hard rock is, you guys have a lot of different backgrounds in there, and where do you find, the different members in your band seem to bring a lot of different influence. You mentioned that your bassist really has more of that pop punk background, and what does each member bring to the table in particular, do you think?
Well, our guitar player Jordan plays a 7-string, and he's very metal and jazzy background. He plays those big jazz chords that just really crunch and meld really well with the rock sound. And then with my vocal stylings going over top of the music, we just write them all day long, man, and we're just working.
I have background as a drummer in a bunch of different types of music. I've done death metal, I've done jazz, blues, rock, hip hop. I try to bring a little bit of everything to the music to, make it sound unique.
Find that happy accident where the 808 beats seem to fit right in with
Yeah.
4/4
I love
rock.
that meme. I don't mean to For ladies and gentlemen that cannot see this, if you go to a Vintage Year's Facebook page, it says Narcissist by Vintage Year with a little old lady peeking her glasses up. Fuck yeah.
We want to have an all ages show, so.
And I mean, what greater honor is there for a rock band than to have Grandma go, fuck yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know you're doing it right.
Exactly.
Making an old lady
Exactly.
cuss, I mean.
Yeah.
And now, since you guys have come from other bands and are breaking into a genre now, have you guys been in hard rock bands before and have tried to go for that quintessential sound?
I have. Down in Texas, I was in a band called Tangent, and we were kind of like right where a Vintage Year is now. We're getting played on the radio and doing the big local shows, and just drugs kind of ruined my guitar player at the time, and he kind of disappeared for a while, and it just kind of fell apart. And so me and the old lady picked up and moved to New York, and now I found these guys. So but I tried the rock and roll angle before.
And one versus the other, I mean, you got Rochester where you got garbage plates and snow for days. How was the music scene in the greater Texas area?
It's pretty spread out. I like Rochester as more of like a small town to me, coming from Houston where it's 5 million plus in the metropolitan area. And, everybody kind of knows each other, and you meet the people who know who's good and who's not, and, it's more personable, I think, here in Rochester. I like that a lot.
Rather than having a huge city with probably tons of different music and all different kinds of genres spread out all over the place.
Yeah, and like where the cover scene really kind of takes priority just for the party
covers.
people. Yeah, and
I have my opinion of the cover scene.
I mean,
that's how I got my
I will
chops.
rock out covers for $500 a night, so I can fuel my pop punk band. I'll do
there
it.
you go,
Yep.
yeah.
All day. Nice. And I do see here Stone Temple Pilots is that an influence on you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, big time.
You seen the Scott Weiland video?
I love Scott Weiland. People, they can say what they want about him. You know, he's the man, and he always will be in my book.
I think right now he's just struggling with drug addiction.
Well, he also just lost his guitar player. He just died, and they're continuing on the tour. Beside the fact,
And Chester Bennington
I don't want to
heading STP.
That. They're not really STP anymore.
Oh gosh, that reminds me of the time that I.
But Dave and Jordan, our bassist and guitar player, I like to call them the DeLeos of Rochester, because they just get together and write, man, and they live together. They're basically like brothers. They've known each other since they were like, I don't know, 6 years old, and so it's really good to have them. They write at home, and then they come back and present new songs to me and Nick at the Space, and we just turn them into to full productions, you know.
Yeah, like it's like every few practices they come in with new material, and we're just we listen to it and write new songs right on the spot, and practice them a few times, and it's cool. We come up with material like really quickly.
Nice. So you probably have like a plethora of stuff. Then you can just pick what you want and throw it on there. Maybe do B-sides.
Yeah, maybe.
Nice. Well, we got to take a break. We're at 10 minutes. We usually take a break. This is a very special podcast. It's a vintage year. So we're going to be playing their whole EP, which you can purchase from
Bandcamp.com.
vintageyear.bandcamp.com, or you can go to their website, vintageyearmusic.com. We'll be right back.
Rome Podcast.
Waiting on your call. My phone don't move at all. And all I see is your face around these days. You moved on.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back.
Oh gosh!
This is the Rochester Organization of Artists and Musicians podcast. We're hanging out with a vintage year.
Vintage year.
So
Sitting here listening to some of their jams. Shows. What do you guys have coming up?
May 15th at Water Street.
Water Street. Now, have either of you played Water Street before? I know I haven't.
I have
always
not.
wanted to.
I have played there. It must have been about 2 years ago for that firefighter benefit when those guys got messed up over there in Irondequoit.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, the Webster.
The Webster Fire Department. Yeah.
Yeah. I was working at Xerox at the time.
Yeah, so I've only played there once, but it's free beer backstage. So
Free beer. Shoot. I mean, just a tip to any venues listening: if you give a band free beer, they will be so happy. I mean, still
Very
pay them at the
happy.
end of the night, but free beer. Woo woo woo.
yes,
Yes, we like free beer.
And it doesn't have to be good beer either. I mean, free cheap beer is the way to go.
So May 15th, the Entertainment Collective and Water Street Music Hall present Russell and Bromley, Princess, Nerds in Denial, Nuances, Cellar Door, and our guests of Vintage Year. And that is 16 and up, doors at 7 o'clock.
And
Or buy tickets, pre-sale tickets from a Vintage Year.
we do have pre-sale tickets.
Oh yeah,
Hit
and
us up.
definitely come do that. Pre-sale tickets are the lifeblood for local bands. Just in case for people that don't know out there that are listening that are show goers, please buy pre-sale tickets from bands. It doesn't really look good for anybody when you order them online or buy them at the door. Bands need to pull their weight for bringing people out to shows. And when you go and buy a door ticket, well, promoter doesn't look at a band and go, "Oh, thanks for bringing that person that showed up at the door." So, quick tip to all the fans: buy pre-sale tickets, buy multiples, bring a friend.
Yeah, buy as many as you want.
All of them.
Buy all of them.
Yeah.
Friends, brothers, sisters, grandmothers, Baja, me.
I'll take free tickets any day of the week. Just putting that out there. I will make sure that there are people in that building. But yeah, Water Street. Oh, I want to see Water Street. But yeah, let's all go to Water Street and see a Vintage Year. I'll have a fun time.
And you guys are also playing with my band. I'm just gonna skim over my band. July 3rd at Firehouse, you can come see a Vintage Year, and my band's Ghostwriter is releasing our EP.
Yeah, dude, we're psyched to
It's
play
gonna be a
that
good show.
Gonna be
Kaiser
fun.
Solze is gonna
Yeah.
open up. Great dude. Kaiser Solze, just real quick, he hit me up and wants to record behind the Bug Jar, so we might do that and call it Bandit Bug Jar.
Behind the bug jar.
I'd like to see that.
It would be great.
It could be a cool little live album where you just get, 10 people just throwing bottles in the corner or something like that.
Yeah.
Yay!
But pre-sale tickets.
Yes, pre-sale tickets.
It's great to buy them from the bands, but
Well, I mean, do
I
we
love
wanna-
you, Sage. I love you.
Well, let's preface this a little better. There's an elephant in the room when it comes to pre-sale tickets. The way it used to be, back in these times called the 1990s and 80s and 70s, venues just used to pay bands, and venues used to do all the work of getting people in there, and bands were just the talent that was hired. And that worked in the pre-internet era very, very well. Something changed when the internet came. Everything became cheaper. Bands could connect with their fan base a little better, and people could pick and choose where they wanted to go rather than say, well, I'm just going to go to this random bar and see this random band. Now we have choices. However, it seems that the responsibility of putting people in the venues has transferred from the location itself to the bands. And you'll notice this paradigm shift. Talk to an old timer. Talk to a guy with gray hair that's been playing music in clubs all his life, and just see how the business model is changed. Advice for bands and for those that just like to go to shows, food for thought. But we're in this situation now where bands feel that if they don't sell X amount of pre-sale tickets, they don't deserve to play that show. I think the skill set of being in a band has transitioned from just being able to play music to being able to play music and be a salesman.
And
not only just that, but you have to be a salesperson. You have to market yourself. You have to promote yourself. I mean,
Social media expert,
yeah.
marketer.
Yeah.
You know, until you get to the point to where you can outsource those things, you know, you got to do it yourself.
And when we say outsource specifically, you got to pay somebody for that work because
Yep.
it's hard work to do those items.
Especially just marketing in general, just marketing on its own, social media. That stuff takes hours and hours and hours of time.
Hashtag
know.
marketing.
Yeah. And there's a real
And to do it well, because there is a right way to do it, and it's I mean, bands, yeah, it's becoming, but I mean, it's good though. It's becoming more of, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with pre-sale tickets, but at the same time, it's giving a band a little bit of incentive to try and get people rather than just showing up and expecting to be paid. That
well, yes. I mean,
there's weight to that.
somebody at the end of the day is making money from this show. There are people walking into a building, paying X amount of dollars, spending money at a bar. At the end of the night, somebody has made some type of money. How to give credit to that? Bands, where it used to be a more egalitarian thing, was split it all down, or there was a headliner that got a bigger cut. But that math was done on the back end, and it was bands could really, well, we wanted to trust venues. Don't trust anybody in this business. No,
That's
a
unfortunate.
horrible thing.
That's unfortunate.
Well, we just love it when people want to buy a ticket and come out and see us, you know, because that's what it's all about, is connecting with our fan base and who they're gonna be. You know what I mean?
And-
Right, exactly. And I mean, one thing that I would like to see more often, bands stand outside of venues with a CD player with a song in it and just let people listen and hand them out. That used to be a thing. And then if you like it, hey, buy a ticket. I mean, we don't like pre-sale tickets, but it is the nature of the beast. We have to sell.
Could that be the
pre-sale
lack
tickets.
of boom boxes manufactured?
That might
We
be it.
should bring that
Bring
back.
laptops.
Yeah, laptops are kind of expensive. I'd feel bad.
Let's just
throwing a beer
put everything on a
laptop.
cassette, put it into a boombox, and stand outside of venues and blast sexy teenager music.
Yeah.
Oh man, no, that I could get in trouble for that. But no, yeah, let's bring boomboxes back to the street. Everybody that has a broken boombox, find Rome on the internet. Show us a picture of your broken boombox. If you want us to take it off your hands, no charge. We will take your boombox. for
Give us the
100% free.
boomboxes.
We will put the Rome sticker on it, and then we'll give you back that boombox, and you'll play our albums. How do we? I don't know how this works.
Awkward silence.
No, we're just reading things. We're reading things.
We
but
gotta
so back
keep the
to
momentum
tickets.
going.
I think the really positive things with tickets, though, is that you get to reserve somebody's date, and they feel special when they have a ticket. It's a psychological thing of, oh my goodness, this show has a ticket. It's not I have to give
Oh yeah.
some
Dude,
guy to do
Board
it.
guy.
$5
It's
Yeah.
like
Right.
when I buy tickets to a band I love, you know, I keep them on the fridge, and it's like countdown until the day when it finally comes. It's like, yes.
And that's another thing, because these bigger bands that you put the tickets on, they're kind of up on this pedestal, and they're this very exclusive thing that you want to hang out with. But I'm not cool enough to hang out with. Oh gosh, what band do I like today? I'm not cool enough to hang out with the Hives. So I could never. And is it our job as musicians to sort of be this on a pedestal entity that people desire to want to hang out with and idolize by putting our
Let's tear down the stages and make it all one level floor.
man, that's some real Buddhist shit right there.
And let's take all these bands off their pedestal. Surround them. It would be really cool.
I kind of want to just be on the pedestal. I don't know about
Speaking of pedestals, I don't have no idea where that's going. We gotta
Speaking
take a
of-
break.
Oh, okay, take a
We gotta
break. I
take
was
a
gonna
break.
talk
We'll talk about that when we come back and our last segment. But for now, listen to more Vintage Year.
She swears her life is like a picture show, nothing of interest anymore.
Flock of Seagulls is what we're talking about here at Rome.
Oh, we're back. Okay, yeah, we're talking about 80s one-hit wonders. I love 80s one-hit wonders.
I love catching you off guard, Baja. That's great.
I would like my favorite Jenny 8675309. That could be.
Favorite one-hit wonder bands.
Oh man, what about what was that one? You just don't get it. Keep it
Oh.
I
forgot
about
that song. Who is that?
Oh man, they were one-hit
One-hit wonder.
Yeah. See,
Favorite one-hit wonder.
Tonic.
What is that one?
Or no, I'm sorry, Supersonic. They did that song Closing Time.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah,
yeah.
Everybody knows that. song.
Everybody. See, this is how out of the loop I am. I don't even know what's considered a one-hit wonder. I'm looking on Wikipedia
Oh really? No, it's
to
some-
see a song that I know.
Trust me, you know a one-hit wonder when you know a one-hit wonder. It's the song and then not. Really great bands have been one-hit wonders. The Darkness, they were a one-hit wonder, but they're amazing.
Yeah. I believe in a thing called love.
No, a great rock band. Friggin' the Hives that I mentioned earlier this show. That Hate to Say I Told You So tune, great, but then they sort of petered out. Great punk rock band if you've never heard.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Killers.
Refused. I mean, they're technically a one-hit wonder.
Refused. is
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Great.
That Shape of Punk to Come song, and then fell off the face of the earth.
What about that band, The Animals? I mean, they had that one hit.
Yeah.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And did they even write that, or was that just?
Is
the
that
most
a
popular
stolen
arrangement?
song?
Well, who knows? Back
I don't
then,
know.
man, everybody was writing.
Everybody
for
was
everybody else.
borrowing from everybody else.
It's
Right.
kind of like the pop scene now. You know, nobody's writing their own music.
Well,
anymore.
I mean, it's all the same four-chord structures over and over and over again. Another great one-hit wonder that I heard, Kaylee Ray Jepsen. Hey, I just met you and this sounds crazy. Here's my number. Call me, maybe.
Oh yeah.
In case y'all don't remember, the summer of 2012.
I got in an argument with my girlfriend about that song. I thought it was Katy Perry.
No. Although when that song was big, I accosted a girl and just said that. It didn't work.
That sounds terrible.
It
You
was.
accosted
It was. I just sort of awkwardly went up to her, and I think I was at work at the time, and I was like, "Hey, so I just met you, and this sounds crazy, but here's my number. Call me maybe." And it was great until she realized what it was, and that never got off the ground. Thank goodness.
And then she never called you.
Oh yeah, I never had any expectation to begin with.
VH1's list of 100 greatest one-hit wonders includes "Tainted Love."
That's the one I was thinking
That's another
of. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That's really a one-hit wonder. Is it?
It's originally by Soft Cell, I guess.
I mean, all those new wave cats, they were really.
Who let the dogs out?
Oh
Baja
God!
Man.
The Macarena, is that on there?
It's number one.
Oh,
Lost
man.
Del Rio Macarena.
I think we need to teach that, just like at the middle of some big festival show.
99 Red Balloons is on here.
But
Oh, yeah.
99 is clean.
Is it the English or the German one?
The German one.
I was gonna say.
What
well,
about that
did
one that's
Goldfinger even
like?
have a hit?
What about that one that's like? I said, hey, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
what's
Oh,
going
That was
on?
Melissa Etheridge.
He-Man and the Masters
I've
of the
seen that.
Universe, didn't they?
I need to look that up.
I remember it was.
Hilarious.
Who did that song?
It's this cool three-name band, like Better Said Fred or something like that. I think Better Said Fred or Fred Dead Fred. I don't even know. I wasn't. So
For 10 hours.
10 out. Ladies and gentlemen, and if you, in case you don't know, if you just search on YouTube for an obnoxious song, search for the obnoxious song.
This is
followed
turning
by-
into a segment where we just randomly type things into YouTube.
You know, we should have an audio out on this laptop. This is like
I
a
will work
sound
on that
thing.
on the next one. Oh
There-
no.
There's a legitimate one-hit wonder that. Yeah, no, we need a. This isn't it.
Is He-Man wearing rhinestones?
I thought He-Man always wore rhinestones. I mean, with that tunic and the codpiece and whatnot.
This
Yeah.
is for 10 hours.
10 whole hours.
It's like the Jeff Goldblum laugh.
You were listening to that
They
last
have
night.
a good 10-hour one of that.
I
just
think
10
my
hours.
favorite is yeah.
Wait, do it again.
You guys gonna dig up some dinosaurs?
Oh, I gotta look at this. Preparing a Krabby Patty Trap remix? Click here. What is that?
What's a patty trap?
Sounds sexual.
Patty trap. Oh man, no, it's gonna be trap. Y'all been listening to trap
They're
music,
gonna
by the way?
cut. They're gonna cut that beat in there for him.
Okay, so we're actually gonna put this on here because I love trap. So, for those of you that don't know, trap music, it's a dirty South hip hop, but influenced by electronica. And for all y'all haters that don't like electronica, I don't give a fuck. So listen to trap music sometime.
What's good trap music, Baja?
Like my first tune was by this dude named Gent and Nas, and there's this other guy named Charlie Traplin, which is pretty dope.
Charlie Traplin?
Oh yeah, trap believes in puns all the way.
Oh, were you at the montage last Saturday night?
No, I wasn't. What was going on at the montage last
Nick
Saturday
was there.
night?
It was an electronica show was going on.
Well, I didn't end up going to that.
Oh, you didn't go to that?
No.
I passed on that as well.
All right, so we gotta find some local trap artists. I can find DJs that'll spin them.
Local trap artists. Find Rome on Facebook. Rochester Organization for Artists and Musicians. Come on our podcast and hang out with us. We'll have a trap fest in wherever location that we are in.
All right.
And we might as well do some promotion right now.
Yeah,
What
so-
is first and third?
Oh, first and third, May the 4th be with you, motherfuckers. We're gonna be at the Mellow Mug. This is a cute place out in Bushnell's Basin. Sound gangster as fuck over this. And we're gonna be playing just some open mic tunes. So
We need
bring
to
your
make
own
a
guitar.
fucking rap album, dude.
We're gonna make a rap album too. No, May the 4th. Come down to the Mellow Mug out in Bushnell's Basin in Pittsford. We'll do a little bit of open mic. Grab some beers, grab some coffee, grab some dinner. It'll be a throwdown time. And then 2 weeks after that, what is that? 4 plus 14 on May 18th. Let's just call it May 18th.
No. What's May 18th?
The next Monday after the 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do open mic there at the Mellow Mug, Bushnell's Basin. Again, come out, play songs, impress us, because if you let us play our own songs, we're going to sound like complete shit. We just want to run sound, honestly. Other than that, though, let's everybody come to the Water Street May 15th, see a vintage year, along with June 3rd. Catch them at the Firehouse Saloon with Ghost Rider and a whole bunch of other punk bands. Nick, Joe, final thoughts for this evening.
Wait. May 8th.
May 8th.
Rochester Organization for Artists and Musicians presents recording workshops. They're free. We're taking suggested donation to help pay the Flying Squirrel. It's at the Flying Squirrel Community Space, 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. May 8th, bi-weekly. You want to learn how to record some music? Come hang out with us. Final thoughts?
Yeah, vintage year. We're booked up all summer, twice a month. You can check us out, and our music is on iTunes if you want to go ahead and throw it on your Apple products.
Check out our website, vintageyearmusic.com. It links to everything. Our Facebook, our Bandcamp, Twitter, iTunes, Spotify.
Something bands
all
need to
that
do
stuff.
more often.
And rock and fucking roll, guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
you.
definitely. Thanks for hanging out.
All right, y'all have a nice night.
We're gonna listen to some trap music.
Ugh.